I talked about a new business idea that I had earlier where I was going to open a tropical resort on the moon. And it's going to be like a resort, like a hotel, like a high-end tropical hotel. It's going to be on the moon, but it will not have a moon or a space theme. It will have a tropical theme. And because the rainforest is being burned on Earth, the only real rainforest you're going to get is at my resort on the moon. And I'm going to have a big resort, and a big resort is very complex to run. You got to run it, okay? That's why I'm going to use Monday.com, because Monday.com keeps everybody in line, okay? There's nothing worse than looking for emails and yelling at people, blaming people, screaming. That's not the way it's going to be. Monday.com is software that enhances the effectiveness of your business plan. It allows you to coordinate and collaborate with people. It is a fucking very easy to use tool that keeps everybody accountable. People, I will fire people at my tropical moon resort if they fuck up. I don't care. I'm not trying to hear your mouth. It doesn't matter to me. Do you understand me? I will straight up lose my mind and start screaming. I don't want to do that. I don't want to scream in the lobby because the whole thing is tropical relaxation, making people feel good. I don't want to have to go up to the front desk and start banging people's heads around, literally. But I will if they don't do what I want them to do, which is so important to have a thing like Monday.com. Many of you have business. It's perfect. Monday.com, if you're two people collaborating or there's thousands of people around the globe or in space like I'm going to have, it's a perfect tool to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Everybody's united. Everybody's connected. It's very important to me to have an efficient resort on the moon with a tropical theme. Okay. We're going to have maybe 800 guest rooms, and 200 of them are going to be suites. The guest room is going to cost $1 million a night. The suite's going to be $5 million a night. And the suites are going to have a separate room for you to kind of relax and sit. It'll have a separate sitting room, and it'll probably have a balcony or a terrace, but the guest rooms will not have that. The suites will and then there will be villas. The villas are above suites. And the villas, and in order, because this is very complex, in order to keep this all going, you need Monday.com. Okay, if you have a business out there and you're disorganized, Monday.com is essential. We're starting to use it here. We're building a little tiny business right now with a podcast, just trying to entertain people, getting people out to live shows. But that's not my main goal. My main goal is to open a tropical resort on the moon within 5 years. And it will happen, but it's only going to happen if I stay organized and efficient. A lot of people out there are not organized. I used to work in a mortgage company, and a lot of people, you'd always be like, Doreen, where's that email? And Doreen would know because she's stupid, right? She'd be like, I don't know where it is. I just saw it. And then you're like, oh, fuck, my life is over because I can't get to what I need to get to. That's not good. I don't have time for that when I'm running a 1,000-room resort on the moon. I'm not going to have time for that. I'm going to need people to be efficient. You understand what I mean? Another thing I'm going to have is I'm going to have big fish tanks, because there's not fish in outer space, but people are going to want to feel comfortable because when people go to the moon, they're going to be like, I feel like I'm not on Earth, which is good because that's why they're traveling, but they're going to want some comforts, creature comforts, things that remind them of home. Fish tanks. Okay. So I'll have fish tanks. And I might have dogs and cats to make people feel like they're at home. And we might do the thing where if you want a dog or a cat sent to your room for an hour to pet, we're going to be able to do that. And we're going to have an email system, and we're going to be able to make sure that all of the scheduling is efficient. And so that if you request a dog, you're like, hey, send a lab up to room 1512. And I send one up, and you're like, oh man, I feel like I'm at home. I was weirded out when I first got here because I was on the moon, but now I'm not weirded out. And I'm really enjoying this because you sent up a lab, maybe a chocolate lab or a golden lab, and it's a, beautiful dog. Or a cat, you send up a cat, and cats are kind of vicious and cold, but still there's something about them that makes you feel at home. And that's important. That's what the whole resort's about. It's you're far away from home, but are you? That's the whole thing, but are you? That's really what I want you to feel. You don't really know. You'd be like, oh, fuck, I feel like I'm on a tropical resort, a 2-hour plane ride from my house, but not. You're in the middle of space. You're in outer space at my tropical moon resort. And it's going to be called Paradise on the Moon. And I mean, a lot of people doubt me, and a lot of people don't take me seriously when I tell them this, specifically Uber drivers. But that's okay, because that's what your rating is based on, not your driving. It's do you lend credibility to my dreams or not? And if you kind of laugh at me when I say this, not only will I rate you low, but I'll try to make you get in an accident in a way that will only hurt you and not me. So Monday.com, what's the promo code here?
Monday.com/Tim.
Monday.com/Tim. If you have a business and you want to be effective, you want to be efficient, you want to keep track of where all these emails are going, where all these appointments are going, if you're in sales, marketing, anything you're doing, if you're running a resort on the moon, whatever it happens to be, you're going to need a business plan. Monday.com is a software that allows you to streamline everything you're doing. It's so much easier. It makes it very simple. So that's really what we're trying to do. So if you're into that, if you're trying to be somebody, I think Monday.com/Tim is the way to do it. Go there and start thinking about squeezing more money out of your business, holding people accountable. Because I can tell already, like my first speech I'm going to give to my staff, I'm going to walk into the hotel. I'm going to say, this is my dream. And they're all going to look at me and they're going to be amazed. And I'm going to say, this is my dream. And I'm going to say, because we have Monday.com, we're going to hold you accountable. You're not going to get away with nothing here. You're not getting away with it. Don't tell me you didn't get a message or that you lost an email or didn't know when a meeting was going to be. Because we'll throw you right in a black hole. We'll throw you in outer space. Because I'm going to have the staff sign waivers that they understand that we can remove them from the resort. And then once you're out of the resort, you're kind of on your own in space. And a lot of people aren't going to be able to do it. So that it is real. Like the threat of doing bad is real. It's not fake. It's not like one of those things where you just quit, whatever, because where are you going to go? Jupiter's not hospitable to life. So Monday.com, there should be no excuses. You understand me? So Monday.com/Tim. And if you're interested in my Paradise on the Moon resort, we'll be making a formal announcement pretty soon. And a lot of people are trying to do this. Richard Branson and like Bezos and all those guys, but I'm not afraid of them because none of them understand how to make people feel at home on another planet. And I do. I get it, because we're going to have like the best thing I think sometimes about a hotel is you have a breakfast, a buffet, and we're going to have like a breakfast buffet. And it's going to be awesome. And one of the things that's going to make it different from other breakfast buffets is that it's going to be on the moon and you're going to have big windows as you eat breakfast that look out into space. And that's going to be fucking nice. Like a lot of people don't do that. Like the buffet room is like it almost looks like a conference room, but ours is going to be very nice with huge windows that look out onto a space station so that when you're eating a waffle with your family, you're like, what should we do today? There's going to be activities, but I don't want to go into all that because I don't want people copying my shit. You're going to get a free 14-day trial if you go to Monday.com/Tim. Thank you.
If you need, go get a potato and put a Marlboro Light in its mouth and watch that and then press play on your phone.